Alright, sorry about the noise. How about a quick tip video? Working on a Honda Accord here, doing AC work. You can see our pressures right now at about 195 for the high side. About, what is that, 26 on the low side. Those look pretty good, especially on a day where it's 90, 91 degrees here in the shop. But I don't want you to get too hung up on these numbers. If you see this lower, in fact this was at about 140 just a couple minutes ago, because right now you got to look and see what the fans are doing. It looks like the fans are on low speed right now. I think they are. We can confirm by looking at our scan tool here. Hopefully you can see that, and you can see we're at 39 degrees. Yeah, see, our fan control high is off, fan control low is on. So that means we're on low speed, and you can see our AC pressure sitting at about 200, just what we looked at out there. These newer Hondas, you can actually see the pressure. It's not just a on-off. And so when we raise the RPM, we raise it to about 1500, that pressure is going to go up. You can see our AC, our high side's going up. It could get as high as 225 or so, 220, 225 typically. Just depends on the fans. Now our high side fan just came on. See how they're both on? That means we're on high now. And you see that dropped our AC pressure a little bit. So, and now, well, just for a brief second, both of those controls were off. And then you can see now we're on low, we're going back up. So you can see that the computer's turning these, you see, turning them on and off based on the pressures it's seeing. And we're sitting steady, you know, we're bouncing between 37 and 39 degrees right now, even though the pressures, you know, are all over the place. Now I'm going to let off, and we're going to let it go back down to an idle. And we'll watch our pressure. We'll watch, and we could look on our machine over there too, but it's easier just to look right here, right on the scan tool. And as soon as we can wait, and as soon as this turns it on to high, you can watch that pressure go way back down, and it could be in the 150 to 160 range. So you can see as long as we're sitting on low fan control, we are just sitting right steady at 209, 208. But as soon as we have a change, either I change the engine speed or we change the fan controls, which is going to pull more air through the AC condenser, that's going to change our high side pressures. So there you can see our fan just kicked on high. So now both, when we see on and on, that means we're on high. And you can see our pressure dropped. It was at 208, I believe 209. You can see we dropped all the way down to 170. And you can see now the computer's turning them off, then turning them on again. Now we've stabilized at 170, and we were just stabilized at 209 or so. And our pressure, my temperature hasn't really changed. Still bouncing between 37 and 39, even though our high side pressure has varied quite a bit. It's been as low as 140 since I've been looking at it, and been as high as about 220, and yet our temperature hasn't changed. And it's all based on the computer just changing the fans, changing the airflow, which changes the temperature flowing through that condenser, and that, you know, AC, you know, refrigerant, the pressure and temperature definitely coincide. And so when the pressure's up, temperature's up, pressure's down, temperature's down. And so your engine computer's controlling this simply by how it's turning the fans on and off. And if you were only looking at your gauges here, and you look and you see, hey, we got 28 on our low side, and we got 210 on our high side, and then all of a sudden a little while later we got 190 and maybe 140 or 150, 160, you might think, hey, I got a problem. And that's because we're not looking at the whole picture. And so the moral of the story is, make sure we're not just looking at one piece of data. Make sure that we're looking at the whole picture. As always, if the video helped you out or you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.